Hey guys, this is WhytManga here with a new video on drawing dynamic action poses. Here we're going to focus a little bit more on foreshortening. Please watch till the end for the little update on Apple Black Volume 2. For those who don't know me, I'm the creator of Apple Black. Apple Black is a comic I write and illustrate, and it's published and serialized in Saturday AM. You can check out Saturday AM. I'll leave links in the description below. It's basically like a Shonen Jump, but more with a little more diverse characters. You can check us out. There's a free issue on the website. You can check out Apple Black. You can check out the first 4 chapters of Apple Black free, or you can purchase Apple Black Volume 1 with the first 9 chapters. Shipping worldwide. Enjoy. Now in this video I'm going to be using the main character of Apple Black as a model, and that is Sano, as most of you know. So let's get to it. So here I'm going to be drawing like a dynamic character. I see people drawing their characters and sometimes it's really straight head on. It's not that engaging, it's not that dynamic, and this is just my opinion of things. You can still do things that way. There's always a time and place for simple straight on drawings, but I've always felt that, especially in comics, that more dynamic drawings, especially if like the scene calls for it, if the scene demands the reader's attention and things like that, the drawing has to just be a little more, and the camera angle has to be a little more unique and all that. So here in this drawing I usually start with the head. I could start with some other places, but it's safe to start with the head. And I'm putting the eyebrows because nothing lets you know the character's emotion more than the eyebrows. I'm tilting the head to face down just a little bit, because that also helps. When you're the head is kind of tilted down, but the eyes are looking straight ahead and it's angry, that, gives off the sense that the character is really serious in this moment. And here I'm just drawing the rest of the face, put the eyes, nose, pretty simple. And we're just going to be focused a little more on the pose itself. But here, I like to have fun with the eyes. We're not doing any lazy eye thing. We're going to see most of the eyeball. That also shows like a little sense of focus. It depends on the character. I think it works for Sano, so that's what I'm going to go with here. Just another keynote is when you're drawing all these things, really simple light lines, just to let you know where things go work the best. So the nose, it really just looks like an L, but then you go over the L to make it look more and more like a nose. So here I'm going in with the hair. The hair is going to cover part of his ear, so even though I drew the ear, I'm kind of thinking of the drawing in layers. So we drew the head, and then we put all the eyes and all that, and now we're putting in the hair, and now I'm going to erase some of the lines that I don't want or don't need. So you think of everything in layers. So even though I drew the ear completely, we're not gonna see all of the ear once I enter the inking phase. So here, drawing a little bit of his neck. We don't get to see all of his neck because his jaw, especially since it's tilted down, we're gonna cover a little bit of that. And then I have like his shoulder, and this shoulder is like the starting point of what I want to do with the hand. I know that the hand is going to like his fists are going to be closer to the camera, and this is going to be like an action fighting stance pose thing. So I'm not too bothered by the his forearm and his biceps and things like that. I'm more focused on where the fists are going to be, and when I figure that out, then I can join the hands together, join the fist and the shoulder together. Here I have the hand, but I'm just drawing where the fingers would come out from, and then after that I go in and draw the fingers individually. That has always helped me figure out cool hand poses, hand gestures, without always having to say take a picture of your hand to get it. So kind of drawing without reference. So I'm drawing from all those holes one by one. And again, you're going layer and layer, so you draw the finger that's closest to the camera first, the finger that people get to see the most, and then you go step by step and draw the rest of the fingers. You just make sure that the knuckle area always bumps out a little bit, and then now I can join that fist and the shoulder appropriately when I figure out where the elbow is going to be in between. So once I figure out where the elbow is going to be, then I join it. And at this point, I've done most of the hard work. I'm still going to have to figure out what I'm going to do with his second hand. And then I'll just put that together, as you'll see. But drawings like this, especially maybe in the comic, you can use these kind of poses and stances to do some really cool stuff. Maybe Sano here is delivering a really cool... Maybe he has already delivered a cool monologue, and at the end there's like a one-liner that's really powerful, that's really memorable. And in this shot, the shot right here is going to probably take and this shot's just for this video, by the way. This is not going to be necessarily in the comic, but you know, he could say something really cool and memorable here, and if this drawing was in the comic, the panel itself would be good, it will be big. So also when you're paneling your comics, there's a hierarchy of how the sizes of the panels themselves, right? If the more important the panel, then you know the bigger it is, right? So if you're gonna reveal something in that panel, you show it. If there's like a huge monster coming, that has to be the biggest panel on that page. And then again, you know, there are several ways of doing this. There isn't one way. I'm just giving you my way of doing things. And here, what I figured I'm gonna do with the second hand is I'm gonna have it hold Sano's left arm, which is the arm of Erotus, and I'm gonna have more videos talking about Sano and some, you know, did you know moments and explaining certain things about the world for those who are interested and don't want to completely experience it within the comic. But yeah, so that I'm just gonna have his normal hand hold his Erotus hand, and I'm just going to put the design. And the Erotus hand is all black. At first, a lot of people mistake it for being a glove. It's not a glove. It's his actual arm, and it's covered in, it's all black, and it kind of occupies part of his like left chest as well, but we don't get to see that because of his shirt. And it has like certain symbols on it, and I'm just putting those in. So at this point, I've already figured out what the pose is going to be. I don't know what Santa was saying. Y'all can caption the drawing if you want to caption it, but he's probably saying something cool, or he's not saying anything at all, and he's just ready to whoop somebody up, beat somebody up. And now I'm just adding details because the hard part is done. We figured out how the character is going to look, we figured out the pose, and I'm just going to go with a little more precision with the lines and knowing where what parts of the drawing are going to be in like shadow and like a black shadow. And then after that, I'm going to ink. And when I ink the drawing, I'll probably leave spaces for where going to be filled in black, and I'll scan the drawing in and then fill in those spots in black digitally. So this is going to be kind of like a mixed media drawing. Now for those who have been, you know, waiting, I might as well give a little update on Apple Black Volume 2. Apple Black Volume 2, things to know are it's going to be 9 chapters just like Volume 1. Everything's written. The last 2 chapters haven't been storyboarded yet. The first 7 have been storyboarded. The first 6 chapters are 100% complete. It's just 3 chapters left. And obviously, you know, there's some volumes out there where I already have enough content to publish a Volume 2, but I really want it to be 9 chapters because I like to be able to control how the volume ends, right? And give it like not necessarily satisfying ends, but just endings that I want, right? So there's like the 9th chapters of Volume 2, which is essentially the 18th chapter of everything. I love how it ends, and I love everything leading up to it. So I want it to end a certain way, and because I've been taking commissions, because I was in school, and all the things I have to deal with personally, and big commission that I have to deal with, that that I'm a part of, and that's also a project that I want to bring to life. It's been difficult to complete Apple Black, hitting all the deadlines. Even though it's 9 chapters, it will probably be around 180 to 200 pages in Volume 2. Volume 1, even though it was 9 chapters, it was like 260 pages, but that's because the 9th chapter and the 1st chapter were 30 pages and 50 pages respectively. But here in Volume 2, the chapters are like 15 to 25 pages. That's the range. Still deciding on what character will be on the cover. I'm thinking probably Caesar or Ryuzaki, or that's Ruby, or Neon. Still dancing around the idea of how the cover and all that fun stuff is going to look. And I'm also plotting out how I'm going to market Volume 2 before it's released. So there's a lot that goes into it. Even talking about, you know, when the volume is actually completed, it needs to go through, you know, review to make sure I don't make the same mistakes that I made, minor mistakes by the way, that I made in Volume 1. Now, apart from that, from a story standpoint and an artistic standpoint, it's already better than Volume 1. And Volume 1, I believe, was really good. And the majority of people who follow the comic share the same opinion. So that's good. But I can already see that Volume 2 is miles better. It pushes the story better. There are more action scenes, keeping that shonen element alive. More dire situations, more consequences, more conflict. You know, the characters here are really pushed to their limits. The ride here is, in my opinion, more fun. And credit to Volume 1. I think Volume 1 was, again, really good. I just think Volume 2 is really better, and that's the goal, to be able to put out volumes that are better than the last every time. Anyway, guys, that's all of the news I have for you guys on Apple Black Volume 2. As for the release date, I can't give like an exact date. All I can say is that for sure is going to come out early 2017, because I just have 3 chapters left, but it's already written out. One of the chapters is already storyboarded. We'll see how things go, and I'll keep you guys updated as we move forward. For now, thank you guys for watching this video, and y'all can let me know if you guys want access to this drawing, if you want to color this drawing, so I can send out the line art. Depending on how this video does, I'll kind of upload the line art and give you guys access to it. I'll also be making videos in the future, maybe toning this exact drawing, just to show you guys some tricks and tips with using Clip Studio to create your own mangas and comics. I already have certain videos about that, and I'll leave links, and you can check the video cards of this video for that. So yeah, that's it. This is the dynamic drawing for you guys, all inked and ready to go. Obviously, this is just the line art. If I were to color it, I'll do a little more to it, but we're focused more on the pose, and I think the pose is really strong with the hand. You can really get that sense, that dynamic sense, that three-dimensional sense that the Erotis hand, that's what it's called, is coming at you, or at least is closer to you, and that's part of the whole foreshortening deal. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like this video. Thank you guys for watching to the end, because those two things help a great deal. Check out some other videos after this, that also helps a great deal. Don't forget to subscribe, share the video. Again, depending on how this video performs, I'll leave the line art for you guys to tamper with. So yeah, please subscribe. So WhytManga, and I'm out.